12 important questions that will change your life. So much of our time is spent answering inquiries. We fill out forms, take quizzes, answer emails, pick up the phone, and keep explaining ourselves. But when do we get a chance to ask them? When do we get a chance to take a step back and look at our lives, what we're doing, how we're feeling, and where we're going? We've come up with a list of questions that can change your life. These questions will give you more power, make you question your assumptions, and get you to think in new ways. We've come up with a list of questions that can change your life. Before we get right into it, click the link in the description for a chance to win an iPhone, $1,000 gift card, or $1,500 gift card. Let's jump right into the video. Number 1. Are your actions in line with what you believe? To live a more satisfying life, you need to know what your values are. Values are the things that you think are most important in life and that help you decide what to do. When we compare what we do to what we believe, we can see if our actions are in line with who we want to be. If you're doing things that don't match up with what's most important to you in life, you need to change something. Number 2. What are you good at? How often do you get to use those skills? Our lives get better when we know what we're good at and use those skills often. We have more confidence in ourselves, and this makes us happier. We also have the chance to share these skills with others by doing valuable work and making money doing the things we love most. Thinking about what you're good at is one way to figure out what you're good at. What are the things you do without thinking? Maybe you like to write, cook, or make something new. It could be that you work with kids or animals. Or it could be being good at math. Think about how often you use your strengths and if there are ways you could use them even more. What are you most proud of? This is an important question to ask yourself because your answer can tell a lot about who you are. Are you happy that you finished your degree after going back to school? Maybe you're proud of the business you started or the healthy, successful kids you raised. The answers are all around us, waiting for us to notice them. They can be powerful sources of inspiration when we need them most, which can be very helpful when it's time to make big decisions in life. The answers are all around us, waiting for us to notice them. Number 4. What do you think about success and money? What comes to mind when you think about money and success? Is it the belief that having more money will make you happier? Do you think it's possible to make a living doing something you love, or are we all stuck with jobs we hate because they pay the bills? If you've never talked about these questions before, now is the time to start. Success can be defined in any way that makes sense to you. But make sure that whatever definition you choose fits with how much power money has over your life and happiness. Number 5. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? It's not as easy as it might sound to answer this question. If we step back and think about it for a moment, this question is really asking, what could we do if we didn't have any fear? What would happen in your life if you had no limits on your skills and resources and nothing stopping you from reaching your goals? It's time to face the truth about what keeps you from reaching your highest goals. Most of the time, the only thing standing in your way is yourself. Number 6. What are you thankful for the most? It's easy to think about what we don't have, but it's amazing how much better we can feel when we shift our focus and think about what we do have. It could be anything, from your family and friends to recent opportunities or just having a good job and being healthy. Here, you should be as specific as possible. Once you've thought of all of these things, think about how much they've helped make your life what it is now. Number 7. What do you need to forgive yourself for? We all make mistakes, but we can't really move on until we forgive ourselves. Forgiveness is a way to let go of anger and pain, move on and live in the present, and stop replaying painful events in your head, which can be very debilitating and keep you stuck in the past instead of focusing on what's happening right now. The first step is to figure out what you need to forgive yourself for so you can start moving forward and stop letting guilt or shame stop you. Number 8. Are you doing things that make you happy or things that make other people happy? This is an important question that isn't always asked. In a world where everyone is always trying to make other people happy, it's easy to forget that you should put your own happiness first. But if you don't like where your life is going, why do you keep doing what you're doing? Not everything that makes other people happy will make you happy. Don't let other people tell you how to live. Every day, think about what makes you happy, and then start living for yourself. Number 9. Do you live on purpose, or do you just react to what's going on around you? People often go through life without giving much thought to what's important to them. They wake up, go about their day, and then wonder why they don't feel happy and fulfilled. It's easy to let the things we do every day take over, without giving much thought to whether we're living on purpose or just reacting to whatever happens. All of us have been there. But if you want more out of life than just to exist, you should start making decisions based on what's most important to you instead of falling into habits based on past experiences or what society thinks you should do. Number 10. What do you need to do that you've been putting off? This question is especially important if you tend to put things off and not do them right away. Having something hanging over your head is the worst thing that can happen. It can make you feel like you can't ever get rid of weight, and it affects every part of your life. Even the parts you don't notice are changing. Think about what will happen if you don't do what you need to do. Is there a reason this task has been on your list of things to do for so long? If you don't do it, what's stopping you? Write down all the things you've been putting off, no matter how big or small they are. Then look over the list and do something. Do everything you can right now. As soon as you start, it will be a load off your shoulders. Number 11. What are your bad habits and how can you change them for the better? A bad habit is something you do over and over again that hurts you in some way. It could make you tired, stressed, and angry. Or, it might lead you to waste time on things that don't really matter or make you happy. You probably already know the bad things you do. But how do you plan to make things better? If not, you should start thinking about it. Number 12. Where are you settling in your life? Most people are getting settled in at least one part of their lives. You might be settling for a job that doesn't excite you or a relationship that isn't as good as it used to be. Most of us are settling down in more than one place at the same time. When you feel stuck and can't see a way out of your situation, or when you make choices that aren't the best, you're settling. The first step to changing this is to realize what you're doing so you can make the changes you need to and start doing something else. These questions should help you get out of your head and see that there are many ways to live a meaningful life. Answering these open-ended questions can help you learn a lot about who you are and what you want out of life. This is because they give you the chance to look at things from different angles, which is where the most powerful insights come from. If you liked this video and thought it was helpful, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends about it so we can keep making them. Click the subscribe button to see more videos like this, and don't forget to click the notifications bell. Also, don't forget to look at our other videos. Thanks for coming to watch.